So as promised, I read the book, ndifundile incwadi, ndafunda nge-origin yabehlubi, and I also had like prior knowledge and misconceptions ngabehlubi before ndifunda incwadi uba basuka emaswatini or whatever. No, abehlubi were its own original people, ibingabantu babo, its own original people, bebehlala kwaZulu nabo, inkosi yabo ibingubhungane. Ubhungane umlawuzi kaMkhonto sanda kulolwa, uvuna abantu ngathi uvuna amabele. That's the king of the Bahlubi people that time. And abehlubi bebenxiba izishuba. If you know izishuba, original zinto bebezinxiba. And also the way they were doing their hair. So keep this in mind, because I'm going to get back to it in the later context of what was happening to the tribe and all those things. So the way they were doing their hair was called iziyendane. Bebenxiba ishubela, benza iziyendane. The language they were talking, itekela. Those were the Hlubi people before the destruction and whatever. And abehlubi, amahlubi. Hey, I got comments, people trying to like correct me ukuthi hey, it's not abehlubi, amahlubi. Mna nsuke yeshele dog, ayosixhosa lento endiyithethayo, ayosuthu. So yeah, by the way. And as I was saying, so in the olden times it was a small tribe. How they managed to like extend and become a big tribe is because they were doing trade with the Portuguese. Bebaniki copper, bona befumana inkomo, amahlubi. So in that process they managed to gather like wealth. So the wealth yabo ibingekho sendaweni eyi-one. King, which was uBhungane at the time, wasn't the one with like yonke imali ikuye, like abezulu ukuthi imali, it is structured in like the monopoly of power. Bekukhona oChabalala, oBhele, oKhesa, who were the other like abantu nabo under abehlubi, but they also had their own money because they were all doing these trades. So kuzo zonke izinto ezi, that's when the arguments like started. So before like I get into that or deep into those things, before anything, also I wanna like respond to like the comments. Abehlubi, not amahlubi. Aw, dog, this is how I talk, man. Sithi abehlubi, ziphi indawo zabehlubi, sithetha njalo yeshele. So this is the way I talk, bro. If you don't like it, I don't know. The blanket belongs to Abesu, to this blanket. Of course, like Hakihani. It landed to amahlubi, the blanket, because we were fighting with Matlokwa, with King Sikonyela. We were fighting together against Mushweshwe, who was trying to take the land. So when we died in that land and our ancestors fought for that land, we managed to structure a deal of how can we live together. If now we marry each other and my niece is in your family, how do I get them? So that's how our tradition is structured in the way it's structured now. That's the way. And then amahlubi are a mixture of Xhosa and Sotho, and that is not true. We are not the mixture of Xhosa and Sotho. Asisuki Maswatini. Yeah, origins can be traced to Abaswati, but we are our own people. Amahlubi ngamahlubi kaBhungane, injalo lonto leyo. And then why do you sing Sesotho when we're from the mountain? Hey man, this is like part of what I said about like what happened with King Sikonyela, Basotho and Matlokwa, how we were able to like live together in harmony after fighting the wars in one side. That's what happened. And then there are also should be people in Kenya and Zimbabwe. So I also received like a lot of comments of people talking about kukhona behlubi eZimbabwe, Kenya, and this is all result of Izwe kufa. And before the whole thing happened with Ushaka and whatever, kukhona abantu who were called like amangwane. So I don't know ukuthi amangwane zintoni. So if you have any information ngamangwane, uyazi ukuthi ngabantu baphi, or like ngabehlubi now, or like what's happening, but kuthiwa ukuze lento lena yenzeke, uZulu kaMafu Hadebe, who was amangwane, they fought, like they planned for Umthimkhulu ukuthi like alale nentombazana bathatha isimeni yakhe bayoyiloya. So xa beloya isimini yakhe, that's when abehlubi they lost their powers yonke lonto leyo kuze kwenzeke izwe kufa. Before uShaka Zulu and whatever, before, this is before, dizangena during and after in the later videos. So make sure you tune in, because like I'm dropping these videos on YouTube, like the full video and whatever on YouTube, bro. And then yeah, man, those are the comments. So now let me start about like talking about what actually happened. So we have Mthimkhulu, the son of Bungane. So the first like inkosi yabehlubi ibingubhungane. Njengoba ke ndizithethile ipraises zakhe uba ngumlawu ngumkhonto, umlawuzi mkhonto osanda kuchezwa, uvuna abantu ngathi uvuna amabele. That is uBhungane. So uBhungane kukhona uMthimkhulu. UMthimkhulu unolanga libalele, uzala noDlomo. Kukhona ke nabanye abantwana bakhe engeke ndingene nabo deep, because this story distress ukuthi what happened ukuthi sichitheke thina siye kwezindawo esiza kuzo. Exactly. So into eyenzeka kukhona amangwane, and again, if you know ukuthi what are amangwane or where are these people coming from, what do they do, if you have any information, I would appreciate it and I would like to know it too. So these people, when they attack us, so uZulu Kamafu Hadebe was a doctor. So this doctor wanted, like, he felt like Mthimkhulu akampatali enough. So nje Mthimkhulu enganipatali enough, waya kwaMangwane. Efika kwaMangwane, akefika kwaMangwane ufike uthetha naMangwane uba yo Mangwane dinengxaki kanje. So baseta up uMthimkhulu ngalentombazana bendithethe ngayo. They sent a girl there to Mthimkhulu. The girl slept with Mthimkhulu, came back to them. They used the semen of Mthimkhulu inside the girl, and then ake bamloya njalo ngalondlela leyo. Xake yama uMthimkhulu, xake buya, that's when they killed him, Mthimkhulu. So after that, amangwane, these people, they attacked Obele, Nozizi. As I said, the structure of the Hlubi people was not like monopolized. It wasn't like if kulwa abehlubi kulwa bonke. Kukhona inkosi yawo wonke abehlubi, but ochabalala nabo banemali zabo. So kunabantu ababalandelayo, oZizi, Obele, and all these places. So after mangwane belandeke ngokwindlunkulu uMthimkhulu wabehlubi, and then now they attacked Obele noZizi. And then after yonke lonto leyo kulapho ke ngoku izwe kufa, ukuchitheka komhlaba kwabehlubi kuze kwenzeke ukuthi ngoku abanye abehlubi basheka pha. And then I'm gonna go in deeper into that also. So izwe kufa, my direct ancestors, these ones that left after izwe kufa, those are the ones that came to the Matlokwa land of King Sikonyela. So when they got there, I'm gonna talk about the other ones that remained, ukuthi kwenzeka ntoni ngabo. But first I have to start with these ones, ukuthi what happened to these ones. So when they got there, okay, bafika emhlabeni, now you have to fight, now you have to gather some beasts, the cattle, because ufuna inkomo uluze umhlaba, uluze into zakho. So that's when the wars began between Amahlubi and Matlokwa of King Sikonyela. They first started fighting, and then after a while of fighting, Mushweshwe's empire was expanding. So I expand the empire ka Mushweshwe. Sikonyela needs to defend his grounds. So now I need to defend my grounds, and I'm also fighting these other people who are also fighting me in my grounds. So they made agreements with like the people in power of the Hlubi people. They talked with King Sikonyela. They made an agreement that they were going to fight the war against, like, side to side. They agreed that okay, we're gonna fight this war together against Mushweshwe. And then that's when the war started. And then that's when they fought the war. And then after the war, that's when like we were gifted, as people said in my comments, bro. Some people know exactly what was happening in the times, bro. So I appreciate those comments so much. So that's when they were gifted these things, and we were living together with them, like we were integrated. our men of the Hlubi tribe and men of the Sotho people can go to the same places without any discrimination. They can come to our mountains, we can come to theirs. They can come to our ceremonies, we can come to theirs. So that integration, that's when it happened, the integration layer between the Sotho people. And then to those people of the Hlubi tribe who were left in KZN, now I'm gonna go deeper into them. Those ones, they were called Iziendane. If you remember, I did like reference this about the hair they did, which was called Iziendane. So Mazulu, to translate that thing, they use even in the Kasi, bro. If you have a big head, they were gonna call you Kanda or Ntogo or something like that. So that is what they did to like the Zulu people who remained there in KZN. That's what they did, the Zulu people. So they call them Iziendane. And to those who were in power, if you were one of the like leading powers of the Hlubi people and you were there when Shaka was now taking over the whole place, you were there, he was gonna kill you. But if you were not, and you would agree ukuthi umehla makhula yonkosi yami wathi wathi yazidenouncer inkosi zabehlubi, uyawadenouncer abehlubi for ushaka, then they would allow you to live in their land and protect you. But as Iziendane, they didn't treat you the same as them, because you were protected. Iziendane were protected by umama kaShaka, uNandi. So before uNandi died, Iziendane were protected by umama kaShaka, and they stayed like, you see what is happening in Russia now, since like Putin is invading like Ukraine. They wanna take their land so that lamhlaba lwa Ukraine ngokube iRussia, but abantu abahlala pha ibe ngaba bazakulwa qala xa ku-attackwa iRussia. So that is what uShaka did with Iziendane who were left in KwaZulu. So so in that concept, so what their job to what each job yawo, they were protecting the borders. They were also sent to like ukulwa namampondo, still izinto kwamampondo awo bebengahlali namaxoko abehlubi amahlubi besheke eKZN. So that is what was happening to them. And then after the passing of umama kaShaka, uNandi, around like I think 1949 or something, that is when others, you see, after the apartheid, abantu bebengathembi ukuthi abantu abamhlophe ukuthi abantu abamnyama bazosenzani what. So Iziendane bezishekele kwaShaka after yonke lonto isenzeka. Hey man, so my video cut in the middle of recording, so thank God it was saved. Thank God it was saved, man. Thank God it was saved. Okay, as I was saying ukuthi like what happened after uNandi, the mother of Shaka, passed away? What happened is that like abehlubi ababebesheke kwi-kingdom yabashaka, they didn't like feel secure ukuthi what was gonna happen. So to them ababebeshekile. So after that they also left. Others they came to the Xhosa land. Others they joined the ones that were in the Xhosa land. Others they went to Zimbabwe. Others Kenya. I got comments ukuthi others they are in Kenya, others in Zimbabwe, and yeah man. So this is what happened, bro. And like for Iheshele, the place that is called like Iheshele, it was a reserved place for the British Empire. So Amahlubi, it is recorded, it is written in the book, from ukumuva from the land of the Xhokwas and whatever to Eheshele. There they were first people there, bona Eheshele ukuhlala, because it was a reserved place with no one. And if you notice, like where I'm from, bro, Eheshele, there are places where abantu they still talk isiHlubi, bra. If ungaya boma Phelandaba, boma Jozana, like people are still Amahlubi there, like yeah. So hey man, catch up man. I'm gonna do now ukuthi how they rebuilt their kingdom with King Langalibalele and uDlomo, because when all this was happening, this movement, what, they were still young, uLangalibalele and uDlomo. So now they rebuilt their kingdom with them. So after they rebuilt their kingdom, Amahlubi, Tina, my direct ancestors, besingekho, we were already having our own land that was designated to us. We were already living in harmony with Maxokwa when that happened. So I'm gonna go to that history as well so that I can teach like abantu abangayazi and let know, man. And fuck the haters, bro. Fuck the haters. Support the release, man. Release reactions. Let's go.